Come along with me, it's going to be fun. Hey Hydro fam, how you doing today? Today is Monday and I am heading to PT. I actually had a later session with Simone today because she was a bit busy this morning, but that's okay. We're gonna go and do a brutal PT session, which I'm getting used to, but hey, we're getting there. We're getting there, Hydro fam. I'm also going to be talking about something very special because, you know, it's April and I wanted to talk about people who have helped me along my journey, people who have inspired me, and so you'll have to wait and see. But first of all, come along with me because it's going to be fun. Okay Hydro fam, get comfortable because I'm going to talk about my journey moving from Australia to New Zealand. Now, I'm sure that, you know, anyone who's moving from a different country to somewhere new, it will be a complete culture shock and just different in all aspects of it. So as a 9.5-year-old, getting told that you're moving to New Zealand was kind of a little bit, I kind of had a little bit of anxiety, and I think I kind of worked it out today because in my head I remember thinking as a 9-year-old, how am I going to make friends? How are they going to like me? Am I going to feel accepted? I just made friends and now I have to start at square one again. How am I going to do that? What I forgot was that I had a lot of family in New Zealand, so that actually made it a lot more easier to come to terms with moving. So Mum and I and my dog Samson, we got on a plane in December of 2001 and we went to Palmerston North. and stayed with my Nana and Papa for the first year. That was fun. That was so fun, because when I came to New Zealand for holidays, I would only be with Nana and Papa for 2 or 3 weeks, and 2 or 3 weeks is not long enough to make a relationship and a connection with anyone, like especially your grandparents. And so that year that I spent with Nana and Papa was so cool. I learned so much about them, and I learned how to do more things that I wouldn't normally do when I was in Australia. My papa was a huge part of my life, and especially when I moved to New Zealand, he was the one that always looked out for me. He knew that I was sad a lot the first year of my life in New Zealand, because my dad had to stay back in Australia and work in the mines so that we could save up to buy a Subway business. And that was really challenging, because I only got to see my dad 2 or 3 times that year, and my dad and I have this bond that is always going to be there. But when he wasn't there that year, it was really hard, and my papa just knew how to make me happy. My papa would take me to and from school every day, and we would talk about what he was going to do that day and what I was going to do that day. But when I got in the car going home with Papa, he would tell me what he did. He'd tell me what Samson got up to, because Samson stayed with us, which I'll get to in a minute. But it was kind of cool, because Papa said, you know, sometimes, oh, Samson was a real ratbag today because he ran across the road. He was such a naughty boy. Samson lived with Nana, Papa, Mum and I for that first year. The first day that Samson came to live with us, he left a little present for Papa right beside his bed. Papa screamed, and we all ran for cover. It took Papa a few months to get used to Samson, but he eventually loved Samson to bits. He just was a part of the family, Samson was. So just one last thing before I finish this. Mum and Dad didn't tell me that the weather in New Zealand was a lot colder than it was in Australia, because Australia, where I used to live, it was 40+ degrees in the summertime. And I love the summer weather in Australia. It is just so nice and warm, and you don't have to feel cold all the time. Like when I moved to New Zealand, the first month and a half of being there, it rained every single day. I said to Mum, is this what New Zealand is always like? She's like, no darling, you will have some sunny days and warm days, but when Mum said warm days, I thought she meant 40+ degrees. Nope. Nope, not at all. She meant 25 degrees. Freezing. So that was also hard, because I still miss the Aussie weather. I'm an Aussie girl through and through, even though I've been in New Zealand longer than I lived in Australia. This is the end of today's vlog. Thank you for watching Hydro Hayley. I hope you enjoyed this cool video, and hope that you got a bit of an insight of what it was like for me moving from Australia to New Zealand. Please like and subscribe, and if you are new to the Hydro fam, a big welcome to you. It is always cool to have new subscribers and followers on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!